Hello dear traveler, welcome to Winter Wonderland. It's been snowing last night and it's very beautiful today, so I'll show you some of it while I will carry on with my thought about how we hold the keys to each other's secret or dark places or even strong places actually. So let's start right. So with the sound of the river we do hold the keys for each other, or you can even say like we are mirrors. That's just another analogy for each other. So any interaction which we have with another person is really an invitation to look at yourself. And yesterday I've said like it can lead, or the other people's keys, they can open quite a lot of, maybe shadow, dark places or painful places in you, but they can actually show as well some very strong parts of you, and it all comes up in that interaction with the other. Because every time we talk to someone, you can kind of have this feel how the conversation goes. If you are in defensive or in offensive mode, or if you are just okay, or if you are not bothered and you are pretending you are listening. There's so many things you can reflect. It's just about to have this, observer on, which kind of sits at the background and watches your state or the way how you feel and how you, I don't want to say behave, like, basically how you are. Because every time, let's play a scenario when somebody tells you that you are stupid or ugly or fat or I don't know, something which can feel offensive. That if you go straight away into an aggression, that's a great pointer for yourself that you actually, it doesn't mean that you are fat, but you have a problem with other people projecting some of their reality on you. They have some perception how people are and how they behave and how they look like, and they kind of, from whatever reason, they identify you like that and just shoot it out. But, we so often don't realize we have the power to interpret whatever they say. We always do it, but we do it unconsciously. But you can do it consciously. You can, they tell you are fat, and you can be like, oh, thank you for your opinion, I think I'm fine. And that shows that you've processed that thing. You know your body, you are happy with your state, you even might be, let's say, overweight, but you know where you are, you know what you're doing, and this is like where you stand for this moment, and you are okay with it. So any time we go in defensive or aggressive mode, it just shows if we are in acceptance with ourselves, and if we are in acceptance with our imperfection, with our, I don't want to say flaws, like with our unprocessed baggage, with our pain, with our story. Same can happen actually, and conversation, any dialogue with anyone is it's so beautiful if you can stay on top of it. Because if somebody tells you you are fat, and you go into the it's like, sorry for this example of fat, but it just sounds most not relatable, but like something everybody will understand. So if they tell you that you are fat, and you tell them I'm not, you are fat. You kind of reflect it back on them. And then in that moment, whenever they first open some door in you, depends what's inside, if it's like, if it's already accepted or if it's something completely new, so you will react on it. And the way how you react back to them, let's say you react with aggression or with defensiveness, that will as well show their own emotional state. So the key holder is actually exposed, but we can't. The brilliant thing about this, it's really hard to do this with yourself in your own head, because you can, in our heads, we are trapped in our own storylines, and we keep repeating the same things. The other people, with their different life perspective. They have a different set of keys. So they as they speaking and saying them, they work on you, and they are kind of making you, giving you opportunity to revisit your own story, your own belief systems, your own programming, and say, yeah, this one I like. Oh, this one is weird. Why am I reacting here in aggressive way? Maybe I have a problem here. There is one kind of little tipping point about the power dominance there, because this is a great exercise, but I know from my own experience I can't do it with some very people which is very sharp keys, and they are just opening the secrets I had no idea I even have, so then completely disbalance me. And these people just, because of their own emotional baggage, they just carry on, and they just carry on being, they don't recognize your vulnerability, or that maybe you run on a shallow ground. They just carry on, and then, I know I use all my energy, try to protect me, so I go into defensive or aggressive mode, and I can't, the observer is gone, so nothing can happen. But I'll develop this in the next carriage. Little view on the river. So thank you for listening and riding with me today, and I will see you next one. Have a beautiful day.